Jo Giff here, popping in to share some really quick thoughts about creating human connection with your peeps, with your audience, with your colleagues, with your circle, with your clients, with your voice and with video, without feeling like you need to have a podcast all set up or you need to be super pro with videos and editing and all that kind of stuff. There are some really easy ways to add human connection that just take a couple of clicks, a couple of different apps that you might want to try and to use, and they're really, really handy. So the first one that I use all the time is Loom. So Loom allows you to record your screen. So I use this so often for client walkthroughs, if I'm explaining something, if I'm sharing with my team or the teams I work in, if I need to walk through something and explain it, I will do that using Loom because I can record my screen, and you also have a little circle that that has your face in the corner as well. So you kind of create connection through that as well. I've also used Loom to create videos and explainers for clients, for their content that they are putting out in the world for learning content. So it's such a useful tool. I use it as well to do some walkthrough things, to do some personalized reach outs that I can then email the Loom link to. So for example, yesterday I was reaching out to some journalists and was talking to people about some stories, and I recorded me giving the pitch rather than writing out the email. So it's a really quick way to go sort of face to camera, explain what you're thinking, explain what you're up to, or screen record something and send it off to someone. So you are creating that human connection because they can see you, they can hear your voice, they can kind of get a feel for who you are. And it's a great way to do sales reach outs. It's a great way to do introductions. You can use it instead of email sometimes because rather than typing, you might want to speak something out or record it and do a walkthrough, and it's so handy. It's also brilliant if you are creating things like SOPs inside your business, so you want to record some processes and how to do it. So Loom, really useful, and it's free. You can upgrade if you want to have more functionality to it. A really good thing with that as well is that you can see when someone has watched your Loom video. So you get like a little notification when someone's seen it, which is great. So if you're using it as part of a sales process or as an outreach thing, really handy. Another thing that I do is with my Connect Your Brilliance group, we have the container, so that works as a group. So energetically we are a container, but the group exists on Facebook, but I also communicate with people through WhatsApp, usually once or twice a week when something drops in that I want to share with my voice. So I just create a broadcast list within WhatsApp and literally speak out what it is that's coming through for me to share, and then I forward that voice message and save it in my Google Drive, and my team then repurpose that as an audiogram file and we share it in Facebook. So the members of my group who don't want to have WhatsApp, who don't want to receive that way, can still have the voice message. Now, you could just leave it as a voice message broadcast. You could leave someone a voice note, which I do all the time in WhatsApp or Facebook. It's a nicer way sometimes to create human connection. But if you want to use some of those voice notes and repurpose them, then using Wave is a really handy way to do that. You can add captions, and you can add an image behind it. So you can also repurpose those audio notes on social media or your blog or wherever you want to be showing up. So really handy thing to use is Wave. So you don't have to be kind of super set up with a studio and all that kind of stuff to create little snippets of human connection. So you might want to use some of these in your email list maybe. So recently I've been experimenting with leaving voice notes and having a button to click to so people can hear my voice in emails. When I'm sending out to my list, if it's a personal reach out, then I can personalize that voice note, or I might want to record a Loom or something like that. So there are really quick ways to create human connection that don't need a million pieces of kit. And also it can kind of take away the overwhelm when you can reach out in a really human, normal way. And you get to hear the inflections in someone's voice, you get to see their expressions. It can really help to understand who someone is and what they're about in the world. So, a couple of super quick tips. I hope you find those useful, and I'll be back soon with more. Okay, guys, bye.